Hi, I'm Gazz from the Belfast Music Academy, and in today's lesson we're just going to have a quick look at the Grade 8 Rockschool piece called Fusion. And I'm just going to start by playing a little bit of this song, and then I'm going to explain it a little bit more in detail, okay?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, now if you were paying attention, you might have noticed that I played something a little bit different than what it suggests to play on the tab, and that's this riff here. Whereas in the actual tab on the page of music, it suggests to play down on the 2nd fret. Now again, both kind of sounds are very, very similar. In fact, it's exactly the same notes. But if you're starting off with this riff up in the 9th fret, you may as well stick around the same position of the neck, because all of those notes that you need are still around the 7th, the 6th and the 9th fret. So it's really just about making life a little bit easier for yourself. And, there's no point in complicating it if it doesn't have to be, But again, if you still want to play it down there's nothing wrong with that, exactly the same notes. So the next thing I was going to talk about is just the first improvised solo section. Now, the thing about this one is, because there's another improvised section at the end of the song, you don't want to give away too many of your ideas at once. So I would think about maybe just sitting back a little bit and thinking about what you want to say, because a lot of the kind of jazz fusion sound is made up of kind of trumpets, saxophones, kind of wind instruments. So a lot of those musicians would actually take a breath in between each phrase. So you can think about taking a breath in between each phrase as well. You don't have to dive straight in and let your fingers kind of run all over the neck. You can really kind of sit back, just take a moment, and even it doesn't have to be anything too complicated, especially on the first solo. Just think about what you want to say musically, just little ideas like this. Nothing too fancy, but just something that sounds good and is relevant to the song. Now, I was going to move on to talk about just the general feel of the song as well, because it's kind of the jazz fusion funk type thing. There's quite a bit of energy to it, but it's also quite a relaxed song. So what you want to do is you want to make sure all the parts of the song are down, you're confident playing them, make sure you know them back to front, and then you can really work on your performance of the song. So you can really kind of sit back, relax with your hands, but also maintain quite a lot of the attack with the plectrum. So you're not getting kind of not quite a stiff sound. You want it nice and relaxed, but still with a little bit of punch to it. So it's more. Okay. Now, I was also going to talk about the improvised section at the end of the song. Now, this is a chance where you can really kind of let loose and show that what your proper skills are like. And it's not a very long section, so you can fit quite a bit of information into it. But again, I would just spend a moment to think about in advance what you want to say. Even just take a minute to listen to the backing track without playing, and just see what comes into your head, kind of melody-wise. And you can really kind of go nuts in this one. So little ideas like this, just little bits like that there, but I would just definitely think about what you want to say in advance. And the last thing I was going to talk about is the little kind of fast runs in the song, the little bits like this. Now what you want to do is to get, again, the overall sound and the feel of the music, really spend even just 5 or 10 minutes practicing that very, very slowly, so your fingers are very familiar with it. So just spend a couple of minutes just going. And then gradually build up your speed. Because then whenever it gets up to the proper speed of the song, you'll be very, very comfortable playing it, and it's going to save you a lot of effort in the long run. That's everything. So if you did want to have a look at the performance video for some more ideas of your own, feel free. But in the meantime, thank you for watching.